Hello aspirants, welcome to the world of ethics. Students, it is an open secret and common knowledge that GS paper 4, that is Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude, is perhaps the most rewarding of all the GS papers. If you analyze the results since 2013, why I'm saying that year? Because that is the year when ethics was introduced in the civil services main examination, you will find one thing. One very pertinent thing, and that is the students who have secured high ranks in the civil services examination have done excellently well in their GS paper 4. GS paper 4 in fact is the game changer in your general studies section. But despite this appreciation of the GS paper 4 and the enthusiasm around it, several students, they struggle in GS paper 4. Let us try to understand that what are the reasons behind this enormous struggle with respect to GS paper 4. Well, there are three major reasons why students struggle in ethics. The first and the foremost is they confuse ethics with morality. To understand the difference between ethics and morality, let us take an example. Suppose you feel that eating non-vegetarian food is not good. Why? Because you attach a high value to the life of an animal. You have an utter sense of distaste with respect to non-vegetarian food. But suppose the society in which you are living for the time being assumes that if somebody wants to eat non-vegetarian food, that person should have the freedom to do so. Then your inner belief with respect to the non-vegetarian food consumption is part of your morals. That is morality. Morality is very personal thing, whereas ethics is a set of standards, norms or principles which the society places upon itself, against which human actions or actions of individuals are judged as right or wrong, good or bad. So when you felt that eating non-vegetarian food was bad, it was your morals. There is no guarantee that what you feel, the entire society also feels like that. What society thinks as a whole with respect to right or wrong, good or bad, that is ethics. So what is UPSC expecting from the students? It is expecting the ethical standards to get reflected in their answers. But most of the time, the students, they end up writing their own sense of rightness or wrongness, goodness or badness. So they confuse morality with ethics. That is the first major problem. The second major problem is, even if they understand that they have to write ethics, they do not back their arguments with the thoughts of moral thinkers. It means there is an ethical hollowness in and around their arguments, which make their arguments very weak. Suppose there are some questions where the examiner asks you that what would you do under such circumstances? So you end up writing your view, which can be your morals, just the reflection of your morals, but you do not juxtapose your thoughts or your arguments with the arguments or the theories of the moral philosophers or thinkers or the world leaders, which make your arguments very shallow in appearance. And that is the second reason why you do not end up getting good marks in ethics. The third reason is students fail to tackle the ethical paradoxes which are reflected in this paper throughout, especially in case studies. You might have seen that in case studies there would be a statement which would ask that under such circumstances, what action will you follow? And give sufficient reasons to back your actions. Ethical paradoxes or ethical dilemmas are situations where both the things appear right, and you cannot say that one is outrightly wrong and the other one is outrightly correct. That is not an ethical dilemma kind of situation. In ethical dilemma, both seems right, and only this, that you have to make a value judgment and you have to choose one over the other. It means you have to sacrifice some ethical norms in favor of some other. And while doing so, what most of the aspirants fail, they do not back their views or their course of action by moral thoughts. It means the thoughts of the thinkers, the world leaders, or the established ethical philosophies. So these are the major three reasons why aspirants struggle in ethics. But the biggest reason, as far as the ethics subject is concerned, I feel, is that aspirants do not undertake the syllabus into their contention. It means they fail to understand the syllabus of ethics. This is the biggest reason for not scoring good marks in ethics. So let us have a quick decipherment of the syllabus of GS paper 4. But before we decipher the syllabus of GS paper 4, it becomes pertinent for us to understand that from which disciplines GS paper 4 is extracting its subject matter. Well, students, in 2013, when UPSC introduced GS paper 4 as a part of the civil services main examination, those students who had philosophy as their optional, they were in jubilation. They thought that the GS paper 4 is just a mere reflection of the philosophy syllabus. Those who had sociology felt that the subject is drawn mostly from sociology. Those who had psychology claimed that look at the topics like attitude, aptitude, emotional intelligence. GS paper 4 comes out from our optional, that is psychology. And those who had public administration claimed that look at the topics like ethics in public administration or probity in governance or values for civil services. And therefore, GS paper 4 is a subset of the public administration optional. Well, that is UPSC for you. In fact, GS paper 4 is an admixture or amalgamation of all these 4 subjects. The syllabus of GS paper 4, if you look as it is given in the UPSC main syllabus, it has 8 broad topics, and they are ethics and human interface, attitude, aptitude and foundational values for civil services, emotional intelligence, moral thinkers from world and India, administrative ethics or ethics in public administration, probity in governance, and the case studies.